What if I told you that one announcement from Lionel Messi could bring millions of football fans to a standstill? Imagine opening your phone one morning and seeing headlines that the greatest player of a generation is preparing to walk away from the biggest stage. Social media explodes. Stadiums fall silent. Fans from every corner of the world begin asking the same question. Is this really the end of the Messi era? For more than 2 decades, Messi has done what many believed was impossible. He turned impossible angles into unforgettable goals, transformed pressure into magic, and gave football moments that will be remembered for generations. From a young prodigy to a global icon, his journey has inspired millions. But every legendary story eventually reaches its final chapter. If that chapter is closer than we think, what happens next? Who carries football into the future? Can any player truly replace the magic Messi brought to the game? And what would his departure mean for fans, clubs, sponsors, and the sport itself? Today, we're exploring the possibility of football's biggest goodbye, not to spread rumors, but to understand the incredible legacy Messi has built and why the day he eventually steps away will be one of the most emotional moments in sports history. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why Messi's farewell could become one of the most unforgettable days football has ever seen. The truth is, football has witnessed many legendary farewells. We've seen icons retire, captains hang up their boots, and heroes leave the biggest stages. But there is something different about Lionel Messi. For millions of fans, Messi isn't just another footballer. He represents an entire era. An era filled with impossible dribbles, breathtaking goals, unforgettable assists, and moments that made people believe magic truly exists on a football pitch. Think back to when he first burst onto the scene. Few could have imagined that a quiet teenager from Argentina would grow into one of the greatest athletes in sports history. Season after season, he broke records that experts once believed would stand forever. There were league titles, domestic cups, European triumphs, international trophies, individual awards, and performances that left defenders completely helpless. Every time people thought they had seen Messi's best, he somehow found another level. Then came the moment every Argentine supporter had dreamed about for decades, the FIFA World Cup victory. It wasn't just another trophy. It was the final piece of a legendary career, the achievement that completed one of football's greatest stories. After that triumph, many fans started asking an inevitable question: how much longer can Messi keep playing? It's a fair question, not because his talent has disappeared, but because time catches up with every athlete. No matter how extraordinary someone is, no one plays forever, and that's what makes every Messi appearance today feel so valuable. Every free kick, every assist, every brilliant pass, every goal. Fans have started watching with a different feeling. They're no longer taking these moments for granted because they know each game could be one step closer to the end of an unforgettable journey. Imagine the day an official announcement finally arrives. Not speculation, not rumors. A confirmed statement. The football world would stop. Television networks would interrupt programming. Sports websites would instantly replace their headlines. Social media platforms would be flooded with emotional tributes within minutes. Former teammates would share memories. Current stars would post messages of respect. Opponents who spent years trying to stop him would thank him for inspiring them. Supporters from clubs all over the world, even rival fans, would unite to celebrate a player whose brilliance transcended club loyalties. That's something incredibly rare in modern football. Normally, rivalries divide supporters. Messi somehow managed to earn admiration from almost everyone. Of course, there will always be debates. Some fans will insist another player deserves the title of greatest of all time. Others will argue Messi changed football forever. Those debates may never end. But one thing is difficult to deny. Very few athletes have inspired as many people across as many countries as Lionel. Messi. Children copied his dribbling style in parks. Teenagers wore his shirt with pride. Adults rearranged their schedules just to watch him play. Entire families gathered around televisions because Messi was on the pitch. That's influence that goes far beyond statistics. When football eventually enters a post-Messi era, the challenge won't simply be replacing his goals or assists. It will be replacing the feeling he gave fans, that feeling of believing. Something impossible might happen every time he touched the ball. Football has always needed heroes. Every generation creates new superstars. No matter when that final whistle blows on Lionel Messi's extraordinary career, one thing is certain: football will never feel quite the same again. The day Messi eventually decides to step away won't simply be another retirement. It will feel like the closing scene of one of the greatest stories ever written in sports. The stadiums may still be full, the trophies will still be lifted, and new superstars will continue to emerge, but there will always be a feeling that something irreplaceable is missing. Think about it. For more than 2 decades, Messi has been the player who made the impossible look routine. Every time he touched the ball, fans leaned forward in anticipation because they believed something magical could happen. A defender beaten with one effortless move, a pass no one else could even imagine, a free kick that seemed destined for the top corner before it even left his foot. That's not just talent, that's a legacy. When his farewell finally comes, the football world won't just lose a player. It will lose a symbol of an unforgettable generation. Millions of fans who grew up watching him will realize that a chapter of their own lives has come to an end. Children who wore his jersey will have become adults. Stadiums that once echoed with chants of his name will be left with memories that can never be recreated. And here's the biggest question of all: can anyone truly fill the void Messi leaves behind? Yes, football will always produce incredible talents. Every generation brings new stars ready to chase greatness. But replacing goals is one thing. Replacing records is another. Replacing the emotion, inspiration, and sense of wonder that Messi gave to millions of people around the world? That's a challenge no statistic can measure. Years from now, football fans won't just talk about how many goals he scored or how many trophies he won. They'll talk about how he made them feel. They'll remember staying up late just to watch him play, celebrating impossible moments with friends and family, and witnessing a career that redefined what greatness could look like. Long after the final match is over, long after the last standing ovation fades away, Messi's influence will still be everywhere, in young players trying to copy his style, in fans telling stories about his greatest moments, and in every conversation about the greatest footballer to ever grace the pitch. The debate over the greatest of all time may never truly end. Every fan has their own opinion, and that's part of what makes football so special. But one thing is undeniable: Lionel Messi didn't just play football, he changed it. He inspired generations, shattered expectations, and created memories that will outlive every record. So when that farewell finally arrives, don't think of it as the end of football. Think of it as the moment one of the sport's greatest legends hands the game over to the next generation. The torch will pass, new heroes will rise, and football will continue its endless journey. But the era of Lionel Messi? That will forever remain one of the most magical, unforgettable, and emotional chapters the beautiful game has ever seen.